You know, when you watch a Super Bowl with all the chaos and the spectacle, the final score, that's just the last chapter. The real story, the one that actually matters, that's written way before kickoff. It's written in the film rooms, out on the practice fields, and inside the minds of the guys about to play the biggest game of their lives.
So what really decides it all? Is it the perfect play call? That generational talent you just can't stop? The genius mind of a master coach? Or is it something you just can't measure? Something like pure resilience? Okay, let's get into this, because this game, this Super Bowl, it is a clash of stories, and each one is powerful enough to hoist that Lombardi trophy.
In one corner, you've got the New England Patriots. They have a rookie quarterback playing with the calm of a 10-year vet, and he's being guided by an offensive mastermind. And in the other corner, the Seattle Seahawks, led by a quarterback that four different teams basically threw in the trash, and he's throwing to a receiver who's, well, basically impossible to define.
And it really all starts right there with the guys under center. We're talking about two quarterbacks who could not have taken more different roads to get to this exact moment.
So first up, you have the Patriots' Drake Maye. At just 23 years old, he's one of the youngest quarterbacks to ever start a Super Bowl. I mean, the pressure is just immense. The guy is literally living out of a hotel, just trying to keep his head straight while the entire world is watching his every single move.
And believe me, that pressure, it has been very real. During the regular season, he got taken down a staggering 47 times. You could see it wearing on him, you know? Those moments where he'd get to the sideline, look over at his coach, and you could almost hear him thinking, man, this is supposed to be the dream, but wow, is it hard?
But here's the thing, the intensity is only cranked up in the postseason. He's taken 15 sacks in just a handful of games, and those big explosive plays, started to dry up. And now he has to go up against a defense that might just be the best we've seen in a long time.
All right, now let's flip over to the other sideline, to Sam Darnold. His story isn't about handling the pressure of being a young phenom. No, his is about surviving a career that honestly most guys would have given up on years ago.
I mean, just look at this path. He was a top draft pick and then tossed aside. Not once, not twice, but 4 different times. Get this, even after winning 14 games with the Vikings, they let him go. Every single team in this league had a shot at him, had a chance to believe in him, and every single one of them passed. So what does all that tell you? It means Darnold is standing here today because he believed when absolutely no one else would. He went through all of it, the trials, the tribulations, and that struggle, it forged something special in him. He plays without fear, because what's the worst that can happen? He's already been through it.
Now, this whole battle, it goes way beyond just the quarterbacks. This is a clash of philosophies. It's a perfectly designed system against a talent so unique, he's basically a problem without an answer.
For the Patriots, a huge part of their system is this one play they call Hos Wide Juke. It's a personal favorite of their offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels, who, by the way, is working his 9th Super Bowl. It's just a simple, elegant solution to a very common defense.
So here's how it works. It's actually pretty brilliant. McDaniels sees the defenses in what's called a cover 2. So he schemes up a play to get one of his receivers matched up all alone against a linebacker. Then, Drake Maye's job is super simple. Get the ball out of your hands fast. And the result? An easy 15-yard gain, over and over and over again. It is methodical, it is repeatable, and it is absolutely brutal to try and stop.
The Seahawks, well, their approach is a little different. It's all about their star receiver, Jaxon Smith-Njigba. See, he isn't about running the perfect route that was drawn up on a whiteboard. The guy's an artist. His own quarterback says he has a friendly body language that only he can understand, while defenders are just left completely guessing.
JSN actually calls himself a problem solver. It doesn't matter what the defense does, he just finds a way to get open. He's got this sneaky speed where a defender thinks they have him and then poof, he's gone. This is the unsolvable problem. How do you prepare for a guy whose greatest weapon is doing something you can never ever predict?
All right, so we've got the QBs, we've got the offensive schemes, but there's one more hidden battle in this game. And you know what? It might just be the most important one of all, coaching. And for the Patriots, that means the Mike Vrabel factor.
See, Vrabel isn't just some X's and O's guy. He's a true leader. And his leadership, it's authentic. This isn't some act he's putting on for the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter if he was a player, an assistant in Houston, or a head coach in Tennessee. This is just who the man is.
And his superpower? It's communication. He has this incredible feel for setting the tone every single day. He knows when to push, when to pull back, when a young quarterback just needs a quiet word on the sideline. But it's how he communicates in everything that he does that really makes the difference.
I mean, just look at the details here. He is out there on the field, during practice, putting on pads and getting hit himself, just to instill that physicality. He brings families into the team hotel, onto the field for the team picture, because he gets that a connected player is a better player. He even simulates the super long Super Bowl halftime by blasting 14 minutes of Bad Bunny in the middle of practice, just so his team is ready for the strange rhythm of the game.
And here's the most important part. Vrabel's success is coming because he is not trying to be a carbon copy of the legend who came before him, Bill Belichick. He played for Bill, sure, but he intentionally went to coach under other guys like Urban Meyer so he could forge his own identity. He is, very much, himself.
So here we are. We've got all the pieces on the board. The young quarterback against the resurrected veteran. The perfect system against the unstoppable talent. The meticulous coach preparing for every tiny detail. Because in the end, it all comes down to this one game. There are no guarantees you're coming back next year. Just ask Dan Marino. He made it to the Super Bowl as a young QB and never got back. For these guys, this isn't playing with house money. This might be the only shot they ever get.
Which brings us right back to that first question. What truly decides the biggest game of the year? Is it the perfectly drawn up play, executed with flawless precision, or is it the player who is told over and over and over again that he wasn't good enough, who just simply refused to believe it? The system or the spirit? That right there is what's on the line today.